what it do, top of the morning to everyone. How you all doing out there? I know it's been a moment since I've been on. A lot of things has been going on with me personally, so a few incidents, business that I need to take care of. But, I'll talk about that at a later date, just trying to work out all this stuff. So, but I haven't left. Don't think that. Oh, he ain't doing nothing. No, no, I'm here. Believe me. Hit me on YouTube. You can message me. You can, check me out on Facebook. Whatever the case may, follow me on Facebook. Like I say, YouTube, TikTok, also Instagram, also. So, but you know, again, top of the morning to everyone out there. I got a few things that's going on. I want to talk about recently, that election. Kind of stayed away after the election. I just kind of reading what people are posting, getting a feeling of what how people are feeling out here, trying to see what they saying about this election. Me personally, I told you all how I felt about the election, the candidates, both Trump and Harris, told you all about that. I voted for Harris. Trump won. Well, what can you say? They starting to implement, you know, their ideas or their people in the positions. He's putting, his cabinet together, and if you, one thing about that cabinet, no one that's being selected for those positions by Trump know anything about those positions, that job. You see, when he went and got a McMahon from the WWE to head education. I mean, no one, whoever the guy is that's heading up HUD, don't know nothing about housing and development. You see, so the chaos has started. I was checking out. I really want to speak on this. I was checking out Stephen A. And this is on his podcast, the Stephen A. Show. I watch him. I like Stephen A. And I recently saw him speaking about him being an independent and how a lot of people think he's conservative, and how the Democrats need to rethink how this woke situation is, or whatever the case, and they need to think about the hateful rhetoric that they spit out and things like that. And I agree, but my take on it is that when shots are being fired at you, you gonna fire back. Everyone does that. Now, no one would have done that if the conservative party, and I'm not even gonna say Trump so much, just that whole Republican conservative situation, they talk about being woke. Ain't that what they do? They're so-called being woke. You know what? They taking history out of books and taking education away from folks on some conservative movement thing. Isn't that them being woke? See, again, when Stephen A. mentioned about, and I'm paraphrasing, I'm sure I'm not getting it exactly right. When he mentioned about taking shots, or better still, when he mentioned about being taken for granted, black folks vote being taken for granted, and how other communities, Hispanic, Asian, Honduras, all these different communities, how they come together and their vote, they make the politician give them something for their vote. My idea to that's what both parties do. Democrats put up ideas for those folks too. Okay? Republicans put up ideas for those folks. Now, the point I'm trying to get at is, what's the difference? What's the difference? This had nothing to do with getting something for your vote. This had strictly to do with race and religion. That's it. If Donald Trump sat up and told all those people, Asians, Hondurans, Mexicans, Latin Americans, whatever the case may be, about y'all not welcome here. Okay? He said it. Y'all not welcome here. And then you got Democrats saying, you all are welcome here, but we want you all to come in on a certain situation, a certain way to come in. Ain't that two different ideas? Now, you had a few black folks, a few more black folks vote for Donald Trump. You see, he tapped in a little bit. You see, you had a few of those other people, other nationalities, vote for Donald Trump. You see, he tapped into those folks. If you really get down to the nuts and bolts of it, it had nothing to do with, it had to do with the two things, race and religion. And you can sprinkle some gender in there. You see, you can sprinkle some gender in there. But that's what it was about. You see, for those who voted for him, there wasn't other. Now, if you voted for that man and you say from one of those other nationalities, and It wasn't because of the man's race, because a lot of you all are heartbroken right now because y'all found out that he wanted your vote, but he didn't want you. So now y'all worried about 2025 coming up and what he's really going to do. And he's doing it. He putting the people in position, people who don't know how to, what these jobs do for real. He's putting these people in positions to do just what he wants. What he wants. You see? So, now y'all voted for him, not because of his race. It had to be one of the other two. The religion part of it, or because he's a man. Okay? Same with the black folks that voted for him. It ain't because of his race, because there's no commonality there. So let's throw that one out. It had to do with the religion and his gender. That's the only reason why y'all didn't vote for that woman. Okay? Now, what did you all get for it? Okay? Now, getting back to Stephen A. He say he an independent. Most folks are independent. They may, just be labeled, or when they voted, they may have voted Democratic, so they get stamped as a Democrat. A lot of people don't go and say, okay, I'm going to go and tell them, or put my paperwork in saying that I'm a independent, or a Democrat, or a Republican. Most people don't. They just go vote, and they vote for what they feel is their best interest. Now, you said about how the Democratic Party, think black folks vote is a given for them. That's not the case, my brother. Most black people are conservative because most black people don't have anything. So they on a very tight, limited budget. Very tight. You see? So you gotta be conservative in those dollars that you spend. Now the Republican Party, they say they conservative. Now when it comes to money, both party people, all people are conservative. The difference is who is helping who interest serves who. We understand most of the time people with money, the Republican Party serves their interests. People without money, Democratic Party serves their interests. They try to have programs and things like that to help folks. Republicans try to take away, most of the time, take away programs that help folks. Now, you can talk about, coming together and everything. Talk about, how they have to work together. Yes, they do. They most definitely, they need to work together. But if you got a party for sure that everyone knows, and said, and it shows. Republicans, if you don't rock with them, they coming at you hard. And one of the ways they coming at you, they gonna try to say you woke. You woke, or you in this council culture shit. Republicans been canceling motherfuckers for the longest. They been trying to cancel votes. They've been trying to cancel rights. You see, now for me, I'm with you on a lot of things too. For me, I agree. Democrats don't do too much better with that shit. You see what I'm saying? They into their council culture too. Both parties got it. Both of them have it. But to sit up and say that, like it's a given that black folks vote Democrat, and the Republicans, which they do, you was right about. That's their attitude about this shit. Is, hey, we don't need their vote to begin with. We don't need their vote. And it's true, maybe Democratic Party do take black folks vote for granted. But you gotta understand too, black folks don't believe their votes are taken for granted, because they gonna go and vote for who they choose to vote for. If you talking that right talk to them, if you can help them save them some money, if you can help them get out of poverty, they'll vote for you. But if you trying to take things away from them, when you trying to take away their history, you see, this playing this game about, this has to do with race and religion. They don't give a damn about no economy. People, this has nothing to do with that. Them people got money. Stephen A., you got some money. And you deserve everything you got, bro. You work hard for it. But to sit up and act like, we some monolithic, only think one way and vote one way type of shit. No. I take our Congress, our situation here in Missouri with St. Louis County Prosecutor Wesley Bell. You see, he sat up there. He was initially gonna go against Josh Hawley, the Republican. The Jewish dollars came and told him, no, we don't want you to go against Josh Hawley, because Josh Hawley supports the war against Palestine. We want you to go against Cori Bush, the black woman. He did it. He beat Cori Bush. Who is he beholden to? That lets you know right then and there. See, it ain't about what's right and wrong. It's about who funding your situation. See, they knew they didn't have no problem with Josh Hawley winning in the Senate. You see, because he supported everything they wanted. He supported everything they wanted. They didn't give a damn about him supporting Trump and his thoughts against Jewish people. They was cool as long as he was supporting the war. He supported that war over there. And then this brother, who I personally thought was best to just stay in the position he was in, which was St. Louis County prosecutor, this brother let that Jewish dollar, not what's right for black people. Not saying that anything against Jewish people. I'm not, no. What I'm saying, he elected to take the Jewish dollar, Trump, all of that other stuff, and go after the black sister who only been in office so long. She was still in her first term. And people voted for Wesley Bell. It wasn't because that sister wasn't doing her job. It was because some people who wanted a war didn't want her because she was against the war. So when you talk about having some independence, I didn't vote for Wesley Bell. Even when it came to the primary. You see what I'm saying? I can't even remember the other person. I voted for the Republican. Just out of the spite. Because that's how I felt he did with that sister. See, when we have qualified people to do a job, we will crucify our own. That same thing that happened with that sister, Kamala Harris. I understand why them white folks voted for Donald Trump. I understand. That's a given. But any other nationality, any other race, any other gender outside of white male, but then those same folks who voted for him, and it was a lot of Democrats that voted for him because of, again, a lot of males that were Democrats jumped ship because of the gender. They didn't want to vote for a woman. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of Democrats voted for this guy. They still registered as Democrats. Everybody is an independent, for real. When you look at things, if you somewhat diligent in your votes, you know, you think about it, you look at the candidates, you listen to what they say and all of that, what fits your interest, you vote for him. That's why I ain't mad at them white folks for voting for Donald Trump. I'm not even mad at the white women for voting for him. I'm not mad at those of any national, for real. I understand. But when things that pertain to you all specifically, women, when it comes to the abortion situation, especially in Missouri, because there's still a fight about it. You Mexicans, all you foreigners, you blacks. When things happen, don't look for the people to come out and be supportive of your cause. All that LGBTQ shit, please. Ain't nobody coming out for those causes. Because this country isn't about the right thing. It ain't about the right thing. It's about doing you, I guess. I don't know no other way to put you know, this country. And Stephen A, you dig, bro? Hey, again, getting back to you, cause I can't, as you talk, you get away from things. I'm new to this. Again, you say this has been a minute since I've been on, but bro, just as much as the Democratic Party has to come to the table, you gotta have people on the other side willing to come to the table. To make this country a success. This ain't your way or the highway, or my way or the highway. Either one. It's, hey man, we on this highway. We gotta make this shit work. All that, pointing like, bro, hey, again, this has to do with the race and religion. Let's stop all this going back and forth rule, because that's what it is. Everyone know that woman should have won in their heart of hearts. But until you be real about it, bro, you dig serious. So next year is coming. We see how things go in that administration that's coming up. Hey, I don't think it's going to go good. If you look at The Simpsons, it might not end well, so, but hey, what can you say, man? I hope everything work out all right, man, for the folks. I got kids. I need them and want them to be safe. I want all of us to be safe, even when we on the home front. Out here on a daily basis, man. So I hope people don't get out and act a fool. because people will still, people gonna get hurt, I believe. I just believe a lot of folks is going to get hurt out here, man. So we'll see. I want to jump to more of a local politics thing. I saw a Facebook post, and it had to do with the mayor of St. Louis City, Teshuara Jones, and the homeless. And the post said this was on Facebook, and the post said how she wasn't doing anything to help the homeless. And again, my suggestion, because I was looking at, replies to that post, and I chimed in because I really believe, that situation could be taken care of, not so much taken care of, but a lot of the folks that's in that situation could be helped if the Rams, not the Rams, but if the city use some of that Ram settlement money on the homeless situation. They could take a few million. I believe they got somewhere near 300 million in this settlement, something like that. So why can't you take 10 million? And they already have property that is owned by the city, vacant lots, vacant things like that. Why can't you take 10 million, build tiny homes, and they could be transition homes for the homeless. Get them off the streets, get them into, and also fund programs like mental health programs, job assistance, things of that nature. You see what I'm saying? And make them transitional homes to help get the homeless off the street, because y'all got the money for it. It's a lot of things that the city could use their money for. I'm not gonna, say it's not. But it's things that are budgeted years ahead of time. You see, money that's allocated now was budgeted years ago. So that money that the rent from that settlement, that's immediate money, and to take a small fraction of that money and to do that to help homeless would take that blight, that all of that somewhat bad look that's in the city, downtown especially. It would help alleviate that ugliness, as y'all don't want to call it, but that's what it is, because that's what it is. You don't want that look on that downtown area as a haven for homeless folks. It don't look good for the city as a whole. shit, it don't look good for St. Louis County either. And what I'm saying about the city, I mean that for St. Louis County also. They got that money. They got part of that fucking settlement money. Quit fucking around, a-holing around with that money, skimming off of it, because there, and I don't know if money is being taken or not. I'm not. I don't know. What I'm saying, it gives the appearance as though y'all bullshitting. Now, again, with the city, if y'all take that money, combination of the tiny homes, the city property, you reincorporating the people into the community, you're also funding a program to help them get back on their feet so they can transition into a more viable situation. You're creating a workforce, you're creating jobs, all from that little investment. Because jobs gonna come from the homes being built. Jobs are going to come because you're creating a workforce for people to get back into the work community. They will start going out getting a little job. They can start working for the city. Like y'all was trying to at one time get them off the street or force them to do clean up and everything to let them live on the street. No. If you do it the other way, they can go down to the city, put in the application properly. They got a roof over their head. A roof over a person's head is the biggest thing that's needed. The biggest thing a person needs is a roof over their head, especially when the weather is bad. You got property, or you can even build a home big enough for a small family. You see, y'all got the fucking money. Now, the post, some of the people was saying how the money is being stolen, or she's no better, meaning Teshuara Jones, she's no better than her daddy because he used to be the comptroller. When I lived in this city, he was the comptroller, and he went to jail for stealing. So they look at her in that same vein in a sense. I don't know. I'm not down in the city so much. I know them politics like that. But I do know one thing. It ain't hard to figure out what to do with some of that money. You see. And the same go for St. Louis County. Y'all got all this fucking property around here too. Y'all wanna help when it come to the health of the community? That's one way to help it. Again, if a person have a roof over their motherfucking head, they feel a little better about themselves. Now everyone might not, every homeless person might not want the help. But you can't say it's not there. And especially when y'all, so, I wish, or my hope, is that, down in the city, and y'all think about it, that's not a hard problem to solve, for real. Again, you can't help everybody, Everyone may not even want the help. But when you got the resources, you have the resources. You have the motherfucking resources. You have the funds. You got the people down there that can make it happen. Y'all got the people and everything. But is that what you want to do with that money? You see what I'm saying? And again, it ain't much money out of that pie that y'all got. Y'all looking at a bunch of stuff that really, I mean, taking money and for businesses that don't even exist, giving them money. But those that need it, truly need it, can't even get the money. The businesses in the city can get money from you all to increase their situation, but businesses that don't even exist, ghost businesses, these motherfucking places, don't you go by them and they got shit growing, trees growing all around. There ain't no motherfucker in that building, ain't nobody stupid, but y'all done gave these folks money. Come on, man. And again, when y'all got money for a situation that can alleviate a serious problem, because when you do your research, I'm sure they, you know, when y'all do y'all tourism research and y'all ask, you know, questionnaires or talk to folks about them coming to St. Louis, the homeless situation comes up. I bet it does. You see, no, you don't need no big homeless centers and all that. No, see, that's the fuck up. That's the fuck up. Again, that's not helping incorporate the people back into the community. That's not giving them a person no independence. That's not doing none of that. That's not helping a family when they in a shelter with 100 other folks and other kids. How is that helping them to get on their feet? Yeah, it's a roof for the moment, but that ain't showing them no independence. That ain't helping them to be independent. What would help them is to have a roof over their head and some one-on-one interaction and some consultation on the next step. They can't get that in the shelter. It's too many people at one time. It's too many people. It's overwhelming to the person in the shelter. Not just the people who have to go to, I'm talking about the worker. But if you put them in their own little place and you have social workers deal with them on an independent personal thing, it works out better. A few dollars invested can go a long way. So, you know, hey man, I don't know shit. So, someone let Teshuara know, you know, down in the city of St. Louis, and also the guy out in St. Louis County. I keep forgetting his name, really. I forgot his name. It'll dawn on me. But anyway, let them know. Their situation isn't hard to take care of. You can't help everybody, but it's a lot of folks that you can help. And well, I see my time is running out. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down. Again, I want to let you all know I'm coming. We got some new content coming. I might have a co-host coming up. Hopefully that'll be at the beginning of the year. Man, this person is trying to work out, how we can make this happen. You all would love the show. Again, I want to thank y'all for tuning in to The Average Nobody. That's your guy. Peace.